Hello, my name is Tara. I'm a partner technical consultant working in the North America Partner Services Division at Microsoft. Today, I'll be discussing the new PTE timesheet feature in Microsoft Dynamics GP 2013 R2. Our learning objectives are PTE timesheet setup, PTE timesheet security, PTE timesheet entry, PTE navigation list option. We'll do a recap and calls to action. PTE timesheet setup. In Microsoft Dynamics GP 2013, one of the PTE timesheet setup steps that we need to do is to associate a GP user to a specific employee ID. So we're going to click on Human Resources and Payroll on the navigation list. And then under Cards, we're going to click on Employee. We'll select the employee ID and then click on Additional Information button. And from here, there is a new field that was added, the GP user ID. From here, we can select the user we want to associate. And click OK and save. There's a new timesheet button that was added to the PA Employee Options window. That is under Human Resources and Payroll, Cards, and then Employee. We're going to select our employee and then click on Project button and then Timesheets. This is where you'll be able to set up different options for the employee and designate delegates for a user. Delegates are users who are authorized to enter timesheets on behalf of the employee selected. Another setup step is to enable and create a workflow in Workflow 2.0. So in the navigation pane, we're going to click on Administration, and then we're going to scroll down to the company, click on Workflow, and then click on Workflow Maintenance. From here, we're going to click on the drop-down of the type and select Project. And here we'll be able to create a new workflow and a workflow step and then activate that. The rules for approving timesheet can be defined to fit your organization needs. When a timesheet is ready to be approved, approvers can be notified and the timesheet can be approved using Microsoft Office Outlook and Microsoft Dynamics GP. For more information about workflow, see the System Setup Guide or the Workflow 2.0 video. PTE Timesheets Security. A new security role was created called ESS PTE Employee, which will give the user access to the necessary windows to enter their timesheets. PTE Timesheet Entry. Let's take a look at the PTE Timesheet Entry window. So on the navigation pane, let's click on Project. Under Transactions, let's click on PTE Timesheet Entry. This window is going to allow you to enter in timesheets for the employee ID that is assigned to the GP user that is logged in, or for an employee ID that the user is a delegate for. If there are multiple weeks in a pay period, you can cycle through them by using the buttons for the week. The employee ID field will display the employee ID of the current user, or you can select another employee ID if you delegate time on behalf of that employee. The employee name field is automatically going to display the name associated with the employee ID. The entry date is the document date for the timesheet. Period is going to display the number of periods for selected reporting period. The weeks period is going to display the number of periods for the selected reporting period. Begin date is going to be the beginning date of the timesheet, and the end date is going to display the end date for the timesheet. Timesheet ID field is going to display the timesheet ID as a combination of employee ID, date, timesheet number. You can also select an existing timesheet for the employee ID by using the lookup. The comment field is going to be a comment about the timesheet. Managers and supervisors can see this comment. Timesheet Total will display the total of all timesheet lines for all weeks for the current timesheet ID, and then select the appropriate currency ID. From here, I'm going to enter in my project. I can either enter it in or click the lookup and select my project. If you do not use a project, the project is considered none and the billing type is non-billable. I'm going to use my lookup for the task. You can add the same task to your timesheet multiple times. This enables you to enter in time for the task with different billing types, departments, positions, or pay codes. You can also click on this blue arrow and it will take you to the additional information. I can also expand my line by clicking on the drop-down chevron. From here, I'll see my billing type, the standard, non-chargeable, and non-billable. The pay code, this is going to default from the PA Employee Options window, department, and then also position. From here, I can either save my timesheet and come back to it at a later date, or I can also submit it for the Workflow 2.0 approval. There is also another option is to save this as a template. So if I need to create another timesheet in the future, I could have this as my default template. You'll also notice that there is a workflow message bar up on the top portion of this window, and it's going to display the document status. I'm going to click Save. So if I want to create a new one, I can click New Template. And from here, I got new options is to include the hours or copy the existing billing notes. And from here, I will see that my default template is in here, and then also my timesheet number incremented. Moving on, let's take a look at the PTE Timesheet Navigation List option. The PTE Navigation List can be found on the Project Navigation pane under PTE Timesheets. If I click on that, it'll expand out the Not Submitted and Pending Approval. And from here, I can see the 2 time entries that I created and did not submit. Recapping on what we talked about: PTE Timesheet Setup and Security, PTE Timesheet Entry, and PTE Timesheet Navigation List. Create an environment to better understand these concepts. For more in-depth information, review the project accounting documentation. You can also go into Microsoft Dynamics GP. You can access the help file by clicking on a window and help and about this window, or clicking on the help icon. This will launch the Microsoft Dynamics GP help file, which will give you information about the window and other areas of the system. Thank you for watching the video today.